Hey there, welcome to episode 87 of the Buy Me an Update audio program. I'm your host, Dan Hugo, as usual. We're recording this at 11:03 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time here in Greater Vegas on Sunday night, July 19, 2026. We normally publish on Monday mornings, so we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. So this will be published on July 20th, Monday, July 20th, in the morning. It will appear first on buymeacoffee.com/danhugo/posts. And then 2 hours later, it will appear in the usual places. Let's get to it so we can get done 5 minutes or less as usual. Hopefully wherever you found this audio program, you're able to locate the episode description, which contains the show notes, including a brief summary and a whole mess of links that point to all of my audio productions. You can hear my voice is cracking a little bit. The weather is getting totally wacko in Vegas. The summary, the title is Deprecating LinkedIn. The summary, I have hinted at this with various levels of resolve, but the time has come, August 2003 to August 2026. I already stopped posting personal content there 3 years ago, but the rest of the time and effort can be reclaimed as LinkedIn slips to the burners behind the back burners. Check out the links for various audio programs and my other productions. Last week's audio programs, Let's Innovate for Vegas, was about connections and how establishing them can be tricky in the culture of Greater Vegas, but also beyond. And they are important enough to try to make this better. Quaggling Sand was about individuation. Individuation, it's a real word. An old notion that basically means alone time is the best time. It just takes a while to determine that, among other nuances. FFS Talk was, amazingly enough, a comparison of what works and what does not with regard to using LinkedIn. It's a topic that never gets old. Cafe Genius Impresarios was the beginning of a closer look at serendipitous collisions, which were a thing during the downtown project days here in Greater Vegas, but are also a thing elsewhere, except when everybody discovers that there are better ways. The news and announcements upcoming, the final attempts at extracting utility from LinkedIn have merely reminded me that follow and forget and the always crappy algorithm are the final nails in the LinkedIn coffin, at least for me and the things I've been trying to use it for over the last couple of years. Useful for passive announcement only. Never valuable for calls to action or engagement of any kind. That's been my experience. Everything will move over to the real internets in coming days, probably weeks. LinkedIn presence will persist for posterity with ongoing trailing edge updates now and then, but I've had enough. No more inviting people to follow pages for no good reason and so on until all of this is provably worthless as well, and it won't be long at all till we get to there. In the meantime, setting up the listserv for a newsletter, email newsletter, to migrate the existing newsletters away from LinkedIn to self-hosted has led me to re-engage with Pulumi for some infrastructure as code so we can begin to roll out some of the other stuff for the upcoming City Camp in September, and in January, the Smarter Smart City Challenge. So I just have a bunch of stuff to do, and now we can add migration to the internets for our LinkedIn stuff. There's a lot to do. Pardon me, and I'm actually remembering that I do enjoy this stuff once I clear out the BS, and there's been no shortage of BS. I am going to place a tiny wager here for the final point that our inaugural City Camp event, September 19th, 2026, will be canceled due to a lack of interest. We'll determine that sometime at the beginning of September. As I say often, the boulder is heavy, the hill is steep, and it is not clear that most would care if they had any idea what might be. Heavy sigh. Okay, back to work. Thank you for listening as always. Don't forget to check out all the various audio programs I produce each week, including the ones coming up this week. Titles and topics TBD. Take care now. Have a great one. Bye-bye.